I'm just out here jamming to my song. Teresa, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, but the countdown's not going anywhere. Trust and believe, if you go to other channels, sometimes the countdowns are like 10 minutes. It is what it is. You know, when we're busy trying to make sure that the show is going to work properly for you, technology wise, making sure I have all my notes ready, that is what we got to do. That's what we got to do. But we appreciate you staying around. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the love. Guys, happy Sunday. Welcome to our weekly recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yes, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Here, it's a little earlier than usual because it's Memorial Day weekend. I know you guys have plans today, tomorrow. We won't be going live tomorrow. At least I don't think so. Unless there's like breaking news and I don't have plans. But what in Alabama is going on? What in Alabama is going on? Y'all, I know y'all saw what went on yesterday afternoon in Huntsville, Alabama. They are currently still filming season 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I presume. You know, they love to do that where it's sort of like you get half a season, then you get another half a season. That's why we're always so thrown off by what's happening. Like, how many seasons have there been of Huntsville? Feels like 17 at this point. We will get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, the episode, but we have to talk a little bit about grown folks fighting. That actually felt like it would have hurt. Damn. Mocha says Kempire yesterday was a mess. I had a ringside IG live seat to the fight. At one point, Melody's breast was hanging out. I was like, okay, can we just be cynical for a second? Can we be cynical for a second? Guys, if you're just joining us, I'm your boy, TheKempire. Welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're live on multiple platforms. We're live on TikTok. TikTok, we see you guys too. We love you as well. Keep tapping your screens. We're live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter at TheKempire. If you haven't already, like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but other channels that recap reality TV, that talk about pop culture, or specifically talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This will allow it to show up on your algorithm and other people's algorithm. All right, let me just say thank you, Brooklyn Star. Thank you so much. Oh, damn. I didn't mean to press that one. Brooklyn Star, thank you so much for super chat. She said, Mel better than me. I would have knocked Wanda Freeze curls straight out. Well, let's get into what happened. So Mel went on IG Live after everything transpired. She went back on IG Live and people are asking, what happened? And she was like, you're going to have to watch the show. So apparently something went down in Huntsville, Alabama between allegedly Marceau and Martell. Allegedly Wanda and Melody had it out. Rumors are saying that there was a physical situation between them. Melody went on IG Live and says, how are you going to come up from behind somebody? Okay. So Mama Wanda is all at the head of all of this stuff. It's all at the head of this stuff. But let's just take a look before things went ugly. Can we just look at before things went ugly? Hold on.
Hey y'all, what's up, Melanators? How y'all doing? Y'all come on.
Not Melanators.
Yes, to the line. Look at Martell over there. Hey Martell, yeah. There go my mama, yes. Hey Melanators, what's up? Here, mama, hold my purse for me. Thank you.
Pull us from here back for a minute, baby.
You hear Mama Wanda?
Like what y'all doing?
As well, Miss Wanda.
How y'all doing?
Like fish and all that too, or no?
Yeah, you can put it on fish. You can put it on anything.
Really?
It's all for season. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It is really
What's
good
up,
to
y'all?
try.
I'm gonna let y'all come on in first.
I said you got apron on,
y'all
so I
come
know
on in.
I can do a little something.
you better get rid
You
of
might
it.
have hired me.
Oh, happy holidays to
real.
y'all
I hear you.
too.
I hear you.
What's up? How y'all doing?
This is before everything went down, y'all. Everybody was still good. Look. Stormi in the back.
What they need.
Oh, y'all like this necklace? Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is before everything went down. All right? This is before everything went down.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
Okay, we already know. Danielle, thank you. I don't, if the footage had, because I did see the footage, and some of the footage, Melody's breast hangs out. I don't want that to go on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Okay. But thank you for this. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sending you the actual footage right now. Mel's camera was still going during the fight. Yes, I saw the footage. At one point, hold on, let me take this down. Hold on, y'all. At one point, she's running to stop Martell from beating down, I'm guessing, Marceau. Her kids were there. Why are grown folks fighting like this? Why are grown folks fighting like this? I'm not that interested in the offside of what happens in these love and marriage Huntsville situation. Honestly, I'm not. I know a lot of you might be a little bit invested in what's going on in Huntsville. Honestly, I'm not. When I heard grown folks fighting, I said exactly what Monique Samuel said in the OMFG reality TV comment section. She said, what in the Alabama is going on? Look at Monique Samuels. Look what she says. She said, what in the Alabama is going on? We will be going live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yes, we're going to go live today to talk about Love and Marriage DC. She also refers to, I was like, wait a second, there is that Alabama connection with her husband, Chris. She said, what in the Alabama is going on? Oh my God. We will get to that video in just a second, guys. So for those that didn't know what happened yesterday, allegedly, we don't know the specific details because they don't want us to know the specific details, but they wanted to promote the rest of the season though. Instead of us saying it was a scheme that Todd set up, we need to start saying it was a scheme that Carlos King set up for the bullshit. For the bullshit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this thing off. Let me look at the texting community. Danielle, I just want to make sure whatever you sent me in the texting community does not have anything explicit. Just saying, because we don't need that happening today. Just saying. All right. I don't see anything. So, all right. So let's get to what Melody was saying. Thank you to our friends over at OMFG Reality TV. They caught this clip from the whole situation. Again, if you're triggered by violence, matter of fact, I'm not even going to necessarily, you really can't see anything in this video, this particular video, but you know. See, Danielle, this is what we don't do. Again, guys, when you're sending these tea, please make sure that you are looking at what you're sending and you've done your due diligence. I can't tell you the amount of times people have sent me stuff. Oh, this is tea. And I'm like, I'm so glad that I do my due diligence, because sometimes y'all send me stuff and I'm like, this is not what you think it is. I appreciate you sending me stuff, but come on now. Lord. Keke says, I've been scammed. Yes, Ebony, I had that. You can watch Wanda's Facebook Live for details too. Honestly, I don't care. It's grown folks fighting over the same stuff. Apparently, Mama Wanda may have been talking about Melody's kids, and Melody ain't about that life. No one's about that life. Thank you, Gloria. Exactly. Arb says foolishness beyond foolishness. These people are physically fighting while filming a show. Keep in mind, they were filming. They were filming Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I really believe it was a scheme that Carlos King set up to get people interested and get those ratings up. Miss Nikki says, who is Todd? Oh my goodness. Someone please send Nikki the clip. That is a line from Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was when we were talking about Todd Tucker, Candy's husband, and what Aunt Bertha said about him. Very legendary. Look it up. Please look it up. It's worth it. Brooklyn Star says, Wanda tells on herself all day. I would just get a restraining order on her. They're not going to get a restraining order on Mama Wanda because they all love it. You think that it's just by chance we're getting so much of Mama Wanda this season? They know that it's good TV. They know people like, oh, let's get her in the mix. Literally in this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, you see Tisha at the party, at Jalen's housewarming party. Her mom is acting a fool and she just over there sipping. She just over there saying, when Kimmi and her and Marcel and Maurice are talking about Mama Wanda, she's just grinning. She's just grinning. So part of me is like, all of this stuff on IG, all this stuff on Facebook, they want all of us to get excited and talk about it. I'm not that excited about grown folks fighting. TT says, can't stand Wanda, never liked her. Claire says, Miss Vanessa needs to put Miss Wanda in her place, though. That woman is disrespectful. Exactly. Naturally Pet says, all for TV. It feels like it's all for TV. Those ratings, look, those ratings have been terrible. I mean, they haven't been terrible, but when you're getting over 1 million viewers, you would think you would just continue to progress. The last few weeks, they've been in like the 300,000s. Just saying. All right. Because I know you guys want to see just a little bit of what happened yesterday for those that aren't aware and that you've been under a rock, whatever it may be, which is fine, Life is busy. You have things to do. So I just want to quickly show you what we caught.
Okay, Letitia getting
What
in
she
it now.
say? Yeah, so then I'm gonna step out.
Letitia's
So
getting in
listen,
it.
y'all. Let me tell y'all this right here. One thing that I'm gonna say for certain and for sure. Okay? For one, when it comes about my kids, I don't care who nobody is ain't playing about a goddamn thing when it comes to that. And I mean that. And I sound like I need to get out here and handle a little more business. And can y'all believe? Tell me something. Who jumps at somebody from the back? You come see me face to face. Who does that? Because I don't come to you face to face, right? Ain't that what y'all do? Y'all go face to face? Right? Ain't that what we do? Right? Martell! No! Martell, no, come back. Martell, come back. Martell, don't, for real, please. Martell, please, don't. Martell, please, don't. Martell, no. Martell, don't, Martell. Your kids are looking at you. Stop. Stop. They right here. Stop. Stop. Now.
Hold on, y'all. So here's the thing. She made sure she had that phone in hand, though. She made sure she was still on IG Live. If something like this is going down, would you remain on IG Live unless you were trying to, you know, it's the police and you want to make sure that everything's on camera? It's the fact that she still has her phone in her hand. She's still filming this whole situation. It's very suspect to me. And this is part of the reason, and I appreciate all of you hitting me up. And you know, this is where you can drop me tea. This is where you guys can drop me tea. But it feels like a scheme that Carlos King set up for the bullshit. Okay, Naturally Pay says, I'm keeping my phone on for evidence. Okay. I can see that. But evidence of what? They got cameras. You think Carlos King cameras are gonna stop filming? She don't need it. The cameras are rolling. We're going to see this play out on the next season. Well, the second part of season 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We don't know. We don't know what the fight was all about. Apparently, it may have been Mama Wanda speaking out of turn about her kids. We hear that Tisha was saying something. Oh, wait, I got another clip. Wait, and this clip is not involved. Hold on, what Danielle said. Oh, I keep forgetting to change this. Danielle says, in her first video, they told her she couldn't be on her live, but yet she stayed on #pre-produced. Exactly, the first video that I showed you before all the drama went down, she's promoting her on the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's promoting her new skincare line. And I thought it was a really nice launch. We'll talk more about the episode in just a second. Part of the reason why I said, let me go live early. I was already ready to go. I was ready to talk about this mess. It does feel very pre-produced. Thank you so much, Danielle, for the super chat. Brooklyn Star, thank you so much for the super chat. Brooklyn Star says, the way they edit Mel, I would be taping as well. Okay. All right, Brooklyn Star, you bring up a good point. You bring up a good point. I just don't believe it. You guys will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts about this whole mess that went down on IG conveniently. It had everybody talking. All of you guys are hitting me up. And I was like, aren't you guys busy celebrating Memorial Day? Aren't you at a barbecue? But you were at that barbecue on the phone, weren't you? You were like, let me send this to Kempire. And I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you. But I said, these grown folks, sidebar, you know, everybody's reporting on, oh, I think it was Marceau and Martell getting into a fight. Oh, I also think that Mama Wanda and Melody got into it. The one thing that stood out to me, I was like, look at Martell and Melody getting along. What? At one point, they drove off together as a family. Anyone else notice that? Everybody's so caught up in the fight. We don't see Melody and Martell are getting along. They're actually talking. They're in the same space together. We haven't seen that this season so far. Everyone's so caught up in Melody and Martell are mad, and Melody and Mama Wanda got into it, or possibly Tisha and Marceau and Martell were fighting. I was like, wait a second, Melody and Martell are talking? I don't need them to get back together. However, I like to see that the family is back together and they're able to be in the same space at the same time without fighting. But at the end of the day, if there's a fight that's going to go down, even if they weren't fighting, that's one unit. They got 4 kids together. Let's be real. Just saying. Can we talk? All right. Let's get into this episode, guys. Oh, wait, no, let's not get into the episode just yet. Look, let's not get into the episode just yet. What in the hell is going on? Because you also know, because this was being filmed for Love and Marriage Huntsville. So Stormi was also there. But this is aside from the whole situation. Stormi's mom needs to be on the show because she was spilling tea in the back seat of her car. Hold on. Let me share my screen. She was spilling tea. Hold on.
No, we were good, baby. We had no smoke here. I thought Stormi and Destined, they went inside the shop and locked the door.
Mama, shut up, girl.
Not. Well, why did Destiny go inside the shop and lock the door? Why? Not Stormi. I'm saying Destiny seen them and went inside the shop and locked the door. Or did she lock the door because of the fighting? Who knows? This is all going to play out on Carlos King's show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We are a little earlier today. It is a holiday weekend. I hope that you guys are doing well and enjoying your weekend. But let's get into this episode because this is what we do. We report on the pop culture news, but when grown folks start fighting, I'm just like, that's why we don't report on Love and Hip Hop. Just saying. Not to say that we're above fighting. I'm just saying, because we've seen it on Real Housewives too. Just saying. But I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Just simply says, I would too, especially if the fight ain't about me. Erica says Stormi and Destiny are now BFF. They were friendly before. That's why everyone was so shocked to see it go left. But Melody, the whole melody of the situation. Stanielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Stanielle says Miss Wanda would have learned the lesson the first time she spoke on My Kids. Also, I think they filmed it together because of the ratings. See, Stanielle, you are so saying what I just said. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but we shall see. You know, we recap the show every single Sunday, so we will see how this will all play out on the show. Because literally later on that night, Melody went on IG Live and people were asking, like, what happened? What's the tea? What's the tea? She said, you're gonna have to watch it. You're gonna have to watch. Just to get them excited for the second quarter of the season. Just saying. Mia says, people act like Mama Wanda is so funny, but that's what fuels her nastiness. Maybe. Ooh, Charlene says, Carlos likes setting up toxic interactions is good for publicity and ratings to keep the money. Come on. I mean, are they more pretty folks in Huntsville, Carlos? You know what? Come on. Melody's beautiful. Melody's beautiful. Let's get into this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. What is this? Episode 10? So they probably have a few more, probably at least 8 more episodes for the season. Maybe that's why they're filming. But like I said to you before, all this drama just pointed out to me that Melody and Martell seem to be in a better place, which I'm happy about. Those beautiful kids that we got to see at Melody's 7th Avenue launch. I was like, oh, it's such a beautiful family. You guys have to work on, because these kids are still so young. You have to work on co-parenting. I just like the fact that they were together. That's what stood out to me. Exactly. Kara says, love you, Kempire. As a fallen soldier's sister, I ask that you please remind everyone what Memorial Day is all about. In addition to summer barbecues, those who served and sacrificed, as well as their families. Thanks. And I'm so glad that I saw that, Kara. Thank you so much for the reminder of what Memorial Day really is all about. Sidebar. Sorry. Speaking of the military, you know what it also is? Fleet Week here in New York City. Fleet Week. Just saying. Thank you for your service. Come on. Anyways, we'll move forward. But thank you, Kara, for the reminder. Yes, definitely. So many people just say thank you for your service and just sort of say it and don't really understand what that actually means. But definitely thank you to all of those of you that have served, currently serving, and those that have passed, trying to, preserve our freedoms here in America. So thank you, Kara. All right, let's get back into this. Let's get back into Love and Marriage Huntsville. We'll move on from the drama that happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can't believe we've been talking about this for like 20-something minutes already. All right. So at the top of this episode, it's still at Jalen's party. Mama Wanda and Kimmi get into it, and Jalen say, "You're not going to do that in my house, Wanda." This is why you guys invited Mama Wanda to stir the pot, because why else would you? I never seen Mama Wanda and Jalen interact. Did you guys? I never saw a special relationship with Mama Wanda and Jalen that you would invite her to his housewarming. So, of course, Kimmi gets into it with Mama Wanda, and she was like, what we're not going to do. I really do like Kimmi. But Kimmi, you invited her for the BS. You decided, oh, Stormi and Destined, let's have a side conversation. Because but I wouldn't be surprised. The producers were like, oh, this is what we need you to do. Anyways, Maurice and Marcel go upstairs for a side conversation to talk about how Mama Wanda's at the helm of all of this drama. All of you are at the helm of all this drama. All these cheating rumors, all of you, we've been talking about this for weeks now. All of you have been at the center of all of this drama. All of you have been trying to, okay, let's keep this going. This is our storyline for this show. But people aren't getting checked out, Carlos. I know you watch. Hey, people are getting checked out. Because it's the recycled same stuff over and over again. Just saying. So Maurice and Marcel have this side conversation. And Marcel, you maybe because you've been on the show for so long now, you are just becoming so pre-produced. Now you're going to tell us, oh yeah, I'm just going to tell her, I have to go look at, places in Atlanta, because they're supposed to do this next Atlanta trip. I'm going to go look at places for Black in Atlanta. So I don't need to tell her I'm going for a boys trip. Okay, so later on when she finds out, why didn't you tell me? Mind you, he's saying this on camera. Moving on. Honestly, let me see how did you guys rate this episode? Okay, with over 350 something votes, you guys rated this episode between 7 and 10. Honestly, I probably would rate this episode somewhere in this 5 to 6 range. I don't feel like this episode was giving what it was supposed to give. And if y'all don't give Keke a full-time position on this show, or even a friend position, the amount of times that y'all talked about Keke on this show, you would think that she has more relevance than Destiny. Wait. If y'all act up, that's what y'all gonna get from me. Yeah, I would rate. Okay, some of you. Mia says I said 6. Amy says 4 to 6 for her. Miss Infamous says 5. Stink says 4. It wasn't a great episode. If anything, the drama that was happening on IG was far more interesting than what happened on the show that night. But what a time for all of this to blow up right before last night's episode. I don't know if we've been watching reality TV for too long that we now are just so cynical, or has reality just become so pre-produced that we see right through all the antics? If y'all don't come up with other ways of creating television, I mean, I'd much rather watch This Is Us. At least I know it's pre-produced. Just saying. All right. Danielle, thank you so much for another super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. She says, oh, child, I like Kimmi, but I'm looking at her now. She definitely trying to deflect the attention off her marriage. Yeah, I was kind of looking at, I'm like, I still like Kimmi. I really do still like Kimmi. Shout out to Bondi Blue. Y'all saw Bondi Blue in the episode and Dr. Heavenly? I was like, wait. I said, she looks familiar. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, okay, that's Bondi Blue. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, French Slice says, was that a sound slap? Yes, it was. I know. I might have to work on that. I might have to work on that. I pressed that by accident. But that's exactly where I'm putting this episode, in the toilet. Amy says HR manager Kimmi on the job. But shout out to Kimmi. Shout out to Kimmi, because Kimmi, before we get to Kimmi, get to Kimmi, Melody and her mom meet up, and Melody's mom comes early to help her because Melody is launching her new skincare line, 7th Avenue. I thought it was actually a really nice event. Melody, no matter how you feel about her, I feel as if everything she does always has a level of perfection, a level of excellence. I'm always like, you know what? I can't even be mad at this woman for what she's doing, because she literally, everything she touches turns to gold. It really does. Kari says it's too early for me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Mocha says Kimmi gets no shout out. She is a snakey snake. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, Adrian. Adrian says Kimmi resolving every except Maurice's life. She's gonna have to answer it during the reunion. Thank you so much, Danielle, for the super chat. Danielle says, I think that's because we've learned that reality shows like the Kardashians have been pre-produced since season 1, and it works. That's what others are doing. But is it working when we start to see through it? And it's starting to reflect in the ratings. It's starting to really reflect in the ratings on what we're seeing. I didn't love this episode, but I have to say, I did giggle to myself again, like, at the top of the episode when Mama says, bitches who ain't got I can't remember the line, but she's like, bitches who don't buy shoes in boxes. I said, it makes me kiki. I've just never heard that term before. Brooklyn Star says Martell's about to tell us all. We shall see. Speaking of Martell is set to take his builder's exam. He heard us. He said he knew that we were going to get on him if he didn't take that builder's license exam. So he met with a tutor. Why is a Black woman always saving Martell? But I love what she said to him. She really gave him the confidence, like, you can do this. It's just the way that you're doing it, the way that you're studying for this, the way that you're taking this. I hope he does pass it. I really hope that he does pass it, because we've said this before. Him depending on other people to have the license is not good for him, especially because I think he should be capable of doing it. He only took it once, allegedly, and failed it. And because his wife at the time passed it, he said, all right. All right. Willie says, exactly. Kimmi, especially this season. Kimmi is the bone collector this season. Daniel says he wasn't taking it seriously. He better. Look, he better. All right. Kimmi and Tiffany meet up. I don't know how are you guys feeling about Tiffany? I feel like Tiffany is trying to lay low because of all the heat that she got last season. I feel like she's just trying to get along with everyone. Right? Exactly. Shalom. Exactly. That's why it stood out to me. He said, Shalom, because Black women save the world, as always. As always. See, Mary Jane says, I like Tiff. I don't have a feeling towards Tiff. Last season, I didn't like how messy she got, but I understood, like for TV, I was like, all right, she's got to make a name for herself. But now it just feels as if she's sort of getting lost in the sauce. Coco, thank you so much for the super chat. Coco says, Kimmi isn't deflecting. She's simply getting her lick back with Keke. Nothing more, nothing less. And people don't see that. Okay. One thing I have to say, though, Keke. Let me take a sip. And guys, if you haven't already, get your coldest water bottle. Proud sponsor of the channel. You can get a discount code of 10% off when you use the discount code KEMP10. That's again KEMP10 for 10% off. More information is available in the description of this video, or just head on over to coldest.com and don't forget to use the discount code. All right. Sensibility says Kimmi is full of it. Kiki's eyeshadow. Lord have mercy. Mocha says Kimmi gaslit Keke. I just feel like Keke should be a full-timer on this show. Kiki's married, right? Chris says, no, nah, Kimmi is deflecting. I mean, on some shape or form, I think Kimmi has sort of admitted that she doesn't want to talk about Maurice and him lying, basically. And that's why she's mad at Marcel and why she's mad at Martel and doesn't want to invite Martel to, she didn't want to invite Martel to the housewarming. So I feel as if it's very obvious what she's doing. But shout out to Kimmi, because Kimmi, in her conversation with Tiffany, reveals, we already knew this for those of us that follow stuff online, Kimmi and Maurice have opened a brokerage firm, and she passed her brokerage. And we talk real estate here. So shout out to Kimmi. Isn't Kimmi a nurse, a real estate agent, and now a broker? Come on, girl. Kimmi, I mean, look, and she's very likable on the show. She may not have a storyline. She might be a bone carrier. She might be deflecting away from her relationship. But Kimmi, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, Claire says, damn it. Next season, Kimmy's marriage should be in the spotlight for sure. And we probably will see this because Carlos will watch and he'll be like, oh, you're right. That will be next season's focus. Because people are checking out of the whole Martel and Melody situation and Tisha and Marceau situation. I think people are done with that. I think people are like, girl, he's cheating on you. We don't care at this point. You don't care. We don't care. Nope. We don't care. We don't care. Tiffany, we were just talking about Tiffany. Someone's in my texting community. Did you see the preview for next week? Them talking about, because she's going to look for her birth parents, Tiffany, her birth father, I believe it is. And they talk about the 1970s and relationships during that time. And then everyone was like, wait a second. The math ain't math in 1970. First of all, I'm an 80s baby. So I was like, the math definitely ain't math. And she's supposed to be younger than me. I mean, she looks good for 50. I don't know. Like, if they were together in the 70s, even if they were together in the 80s, she would be, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but what I do know, here we go again. Tessa says, she says she was 34, but next week, Mel says she lying. Tiffany lying. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, that don't add up. Tiffany. Another Tiffany says, I'm 35, born in 86. That don't add up. Maybe we'll have further clarification next week. So she lied about her age. She at least 40 child, but she's also talking about having a baby, which is not impossible. It's a little bit harder, of course, as you get older, but it's not impossible. She's talking about with Kimmi, oh, I want to have kids and things like that. And oh, Tiffany is trying to get along with everyone this season. Tiffany is talking about, I'm trying to have a baby. What in the Robin Dixon is happening here? Guys, we have almost 1,000 people in the building. Let's get to, how many likes do we have? Nah, we need to get to 400 likes. Let's get to 400 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We recap it every single Sunday here on the channel. We normally do it around 12:30, but because it's a holiday weekend, I wanted to get this one in early because we will be going live again to talk about Love and Marriage DC. I'm going to watch it again before I go live, though. So stay tuned for that. Set your reminders in case of schedule changes. All right. But back into this. So congratulations to Kimmi. That was the thing that stood out to me most in their conversation. I didn't care about Tiffany talking about the baby, Tiffany talking about this or that. I didn't care about any of that. I was like, oh, Kimmi got her broker's license. We talk real estate. So I was like, yes, go for her. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat, Danielle. She says that, right, I'm 40 and an 80s baby. Come on, Phaedra, is this new math? I don't even understand the new math that the kids learn nowadays, to be honest with you. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't feel like they're going to use that new math in real life, but teach their own. So I'll get into other conversations. All right. The skincare launch. So at the skincare launch, there's an awkward moment between Keke and Stormi. And we're like, what? Because even Keke's thrown off by this. Because she's like, what did I do to you? I didn't do anything to you. But at one point, Stormi walks away and she's like doing this. I was like, what is Stormi doing right now? But Stormi says she doesn't like the way that this is Tisha's cousin and she is moving the way that she's moving. And I don't blame Stormi because I would feel the same way. I pay attention to how you treat not just me, but how you treat other people. So I'm always going to look at your side. We were just talking about this in the video that I did yesterday when we were talking about Sherry Shepherd. If you missed that video that I did yesterday and I was talking about the whole Sherry Shepherd situation, I was like, I pay attention to how everybody treats other people, specifically other people, because you could be just treating me a certain way to for whatever reason. I pay attention to how you treat other people or how you talk about other people to me. I pay attention. So Stormi does not see it for Keke. And she's like, what dry shade is going on? I still like Keke for the show, though. I still like Keke for the show because, look, they made so much. All they've been talking about is Keke all season. That's all they've been talking about. But Keke and Kimmi have a side conversation. And Keke, that's the thing about Kimmi. We can say what we want about Kimmi and her relationship or not necessarily having a storyline, but she's not a fool. And she can talk you in circles, okay? But everything that Kimmi said to Keke made so much sense in regards to Keke coming to that pajama party and talking about her cousin. And they rolled the tape. So Keke, I love you for the show, girl, but you were talking about your cousin. At some point, you need to own it. It's like, yeah, I was talking about it. I mean, it is what it is, which is going to lead to the family drama that we see play out next week. You know, when they say the other side of the tracks, that uncle, I don't know if he's an uncle, cousin, I don't know. You are just leaning into what Marcel has said about the family. Just saying. Arb says Stormi needs to leave the show. Add Keke. If they keep Stormi, then add her mama. Balance. Her mama was showing out. I wonder if we're going to see the mama on Love and Marriage Huntsville because she was there during filming yesterday. Karen says Letitia's business was out there since season 1. This is true. Rena says they seem to understand the new math, though. Mocha says, however, it ain't Stormi's business. Good point. Good point. But I wouldn't blame Stormi for being like, hey, girl. I think Stormi just doesn't have that way of just being like, hey, and being fake. And she's like, oh, hey, how you doing, girl? Good. But in her head's like, I ain't messing with that girl. But Kimmi and Keke had that side conversation, and I feel as if Kimmi talked her in so many different circles that Keke was just like, like, all right. And she's like, I'm gonna go get in this bath. How did you guys feel about the bath at the situation, at the skincare situation? I was like, did we really need the bath? That was interesting. I mean, it was different. I've never seen anything like that before. I just don't know if that's going to really sell anything. Right? I don't know. That's just now I think about it, I'm like, did we really need the bath? I feel like you were just being extra to be extra. You got a whole bath there for no reason. Speaking of bed bugs, you guys are our best. Shalom says. We talked about this last week. Inspire Me says the girl in the bath was doing the most, but she probably was instructed to do the most. She probably just wanted to get in there, and they were like, "No, girl, you need to get in there." Like, I was like, "What in the?" Marva says the bath was rude. You're right. Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. We will be going live at 2 p.m. Eastern to talk about Love and Marriage DC. Set your reminders. The link is already available. And if you didn't know, a new episode of my podcast, Kempire Radio, came out last night. Yes, it's been a couple of weeks since you've gotten a new episode for my podcast, but more details are available at kempireradio.com, or just go to your favorite podcast platform and enter Kempire Radio and it will come up. We already have over 1,000 people watching, guys. Let's get to 400 likes and I'll drop the call-in link for you guys to call in, but I'm going to drop the call-in link for our Royal Court members backstage on the Kempire Radio YouTube community tab. So let me just do that right now. And we'll talk a little bit about the couples conversation, Maurice and Kimmi and Marceau and Tisha. Okay, hold on. Let me just do this because I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time. There we go. All right. It's posted for our Royal Court members on the community tab on YouTube. So, all right. So they have this conversation. And again, this is not a reason to stay on the show. Like, I feel like that last scene should be something that makes you interested. And it's just more Marceau also talking in circles, people talking about their relationship, saying again why exactly Tisha told Melody and Martell Keke's business. And Marceau said Tisha shouldn't even apologize to Keke for that. Sheila said that was a rumor. I forgot what, in my opinion, said last week. That made more sense than the bed bug situation. Either way, it was her business. According to Marceau, in this conversation with the group, he was just saying what the situation was serious enough for us that we needed to tell our friends because we didn't want it to affect our friends. I mean, the bed bug situation sounded relevant, but I don't know if that was the real issue. And I hope Keke's at the reunion. If Keke's not at the reunion, throw the whole show away. Keke better be at this reunion because they brought her up so many different times. All right. We have people backstage. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to say about this episode. This episode for me wasn't that great. And maybe that's why the whole drama happened yesterday on social media. Carlos, you knew that the episode wasn't that great and you wanted to get people excited. Tiana's backstage. I'm gonna bring her up in just a second. Hold on, have we hit our goal, y'all? Have we hit our goal? Oh, we're not close. I'm not dropping the call-in link for the general public until we get to 400 likes. You all have been here. We already have almost 1,000 people in the building, so I'm not dropping it until we get the amount of people that we want backstage. All right, or the amount of likes on this video. All right, liking the video again, guys. Easy and free for supporting the channel and other channels that talk about love and marriage. Huntsville. All right, we already have quite a few Royal Court members backstage, though. All right, Tiana. Maybe I'll just keep it for the Royal Court members. Bloop. Okay, Tiana, I'm gonna bring you up. Hold on. There we go. Hey, Tiana, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? Happy Sunday.
You too. How are you?
I'm good. So I was on Twitter last night, and so I saw the Melodies live, just kind of how things started just to go haywire with I think they're saying Martell and Marceau, but someone else was pointing out on Twitter, it seems like the only person talking about Tisha's marriage is her mom. So any of the rumors that are coming from online and from the bloggers, they're being brought to the show by Wanda. And I just don't, and I'm kind of on Marceau's side because it's like, why don't you check your mom? She is the person who is causing all of this mess. Why aren't you checking your mom? Because at the end of the day, like, if, let's just say, because I don't believe this, but let's just say it's not true. Let's say that Marceau is a faithful, husband, right? Let's just say, that he's faithful and whatever. Why would you want to play with your marriage like that on TV? And that's also one of the reasons why I don't like when people kind of throw it in Melody's face. Oh, well, you went back to Martell after he had cheated. But it's like, I mean, I strive to be married to a Black man, and I love Black love, and I do not think that cheating should be intertwined with like just the struggles of marriage. No, I don't. But I also commend people for fighting for their marriage as best as they can. And when you have kids and when you have a family, it's like you're gonna fight for that. And of course, Melanie divorced him once that baby situation happened. Okay, that's a done deal. You can't do anything about that. But I just don't understand why people play with their marriages.
Yeah.
Like, why play with it? It's such a beautiful, sacred thing, especially like Black love. It is such a beautiful thing. So why play with it on national TV? Which then makes me feel like either A, he's not cheating and they're just Tisha and
we lost you, Tiana. Tiana, you there? What happened to Tiana? Did Marceau get her? Tiana, you there? Damn it. Tiana, call back in. Damn it. She was about to say something good. But I agree with her. Why are they playing with their marriage? This is what we've been saying for the last couple of weeks. It feels as if they are really leaning into the cheating rumors and playing along with that. It really feels that way. But you may have noticed in this latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marceau said pretty much what Tiana was saying. It was that your mama is the one at the helm of all of the drama and all of these rumors. She literally just lied to you. But I feel like they all are involved. I feel like they're all involved. Marva, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel and always being here. Thank you. All right. I'm going to bring up Mocha. What's going on, Mocha?
Hey, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, Evangelist Van, I know you're watching. Let go of that first lady stuff. Get a backbone and defend your daughter. Melody should not be going toe-to-toe with Wanda. It needs to be mother to mother. I am a couple weeks older than Wanda. I would be all up in Wanda's face. She would be not talking about my daughter nor my grandkids. We would both be in the local jail. And I keep a credit card in case somebody has to bond me out. There would be, I do not play. Let me tell you something. My granddaughter is in college. She goes to UConn. Stuff went down up there. She didn't even call and tell me because she knows I will call or I will go up there. I do not play.
Oh my God.
I would not, no. And Kimmi, I liked Kimmi when they first came on. I do not like her anymore because she is not being accountable for the fact that she is the one that brought that stuff to Tisha. She is not telling that. Hopefully it will come out in the reunion, but I'm tired of her doing that, and she gaslit Keke last night on that episode. I'm hoping it all comes out before the reunion, that Keke knows what's happened, but I'm getting tired of her. I'm about to start lighting her up on social media. Then she'll block me, and then I'll just get another page and continue to light her up.
No, Mocha, no, we cannot encourage that type of stuff.
I am going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Mocha,
But
come
with
on.
that, I'm going to drop down Kempire. I love you.
Bye. Mocha, so bad. All right, In My Opinion is backstage. What's going on, In My Opinion?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm blessed by the best,
Mm-hmm.
Lovely Sunday morning. Let me tell you something. All that hot mess that was going on, like, these are grown women. These are not 20-year-olds anymore.
Yeah.
Y'all are grown women. And, if you listening to the security guard in the back, he was like, y'all got a lot to lose. And I don't think none of them are realizing that. Like, y'all are real business owners.
Yeah.
On IG Live, fighting. Like, who wants to put y'all in their hands of their business? Not me. I was looking at this like, this is a doggone food. I'm going to watch it, but it's a food.
You know.
It's a food. Like, I should have went on, took that drive, 45-minute drive right on to Huntsville and just saw it in person. But, by the time I got there, it probably been over.
I mean, next time, in my opinion, then we could have had real footage.
I would have had the whole camera just catching it. You got this, Kempire.
Oh, nice.
Look, all they got to do is call me and let me know when they going to do it.
We might need you to move to Huntsville just for filming.
You know what? I might have to do that. Go get me one of them Airbnbs when they filming. Just be on scene. I'm gonna post up at Madonna and Black. Maybe we'll see Marcel sneaking off with his girl. Cause Mel told him that's where she need to be at, posted up at that Black. So let me go and post up there and see.
Well, you know where to send that footage.
Hey, Kempire, let me tell you something. I love your channel. I love your energy. You are always a bright light.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to always support you. You are doing an amazing job. I can't wait till you hit that 1 million.
Boop.
I'm going to be right here cheering you on.
Wait, in my opinion, I got to play this. Keisha says, in my opinion, would have been like, Kempire, we are live on.
I would have too. Hey, let me tell you something. Though. Wanda is from Bessemer, Alabama, which is really close to where I am. And like I said, it can get a little rough over there. So what I think they did was, all these people, none of them are from Huntsville. They actually moved up there because they were in school and then they just stayed there. So what I think they're doing is driving down Huntsville, It's just sad because none of y'all are actually from Huntsville. They either from, another states or other cities in Alabama. And then they come to Huntsville and act like a donkey. And then you put yourself on TV and you act a donkey. And then nobody takes accountability. Like, nobody is taking accountability. Like,
how do you feel about what we're about to see next week with Tisha's family? And I'm guessing her cousin, her uncle is all.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. We all have those people in the family that we, wouldn't want to put, in an event. And that uncle cousin looked like one of them people that, you wouldn't invite to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then too, Wanda is one of them people I wouldn't invite to nothing either, because let me tell you something. If she was part of my family, I'd have to censor her, because Wanda doesn't know her limits.
Yeah.
And probably
because of that footage.
But probably because Tisha hasn't, never set a boundary with her mom. Her mom has always been more of her best friend than her mother. And it's time for you to be a mom now.
Do you think that Tisha kind of likes it too, though, on some level?
Let me tell you something. I feel like Tisha wants to say something, but that Southern thing where you don't talk to your mama any kind of way or whatever. But there comes a time where you got to tell your mama, if she's stepping over her boundaries, look, I'm grown now.
Yeah.
I don't need you fighting my battles. When I was little and couldn't fight my own battles, then that was fine.
Yeah.
But now I'm 40 and 50 years old. I'm
Not
grown
40,
enough to
50.
fight my.
Okay, Tiffany.
You know they math don't never math, so I ain't gonna even. Yeah, 40 50. They in the 40 to 50 range. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time for you to fight your own battles. And if you can't fight your battles by, it being on this earth 40 years, then baby, you ain't gonna never be able to fight them.
Damn. All right. In my opinion, we always love it when you call in, and we appreciate you. Next time, we're gonna have you on camera, live on the scene in Huntsville.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, in my opinion, on the scene, we're going live.
That made me laugh so hard this morning. Okay. Have a great day. Have a great day, in my opinion.
Happy Memorial Day to everyone.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me drop this thing again. We have a few people that backstage. I'm going to bring you guys up. Danielle, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Danielle? Oh, sorry, Danielle. I dropped you by accident.
Uh-oh. So you mad at me?
You about to send me some footage that you didn't preview?
No, so this is what I wanted to get a little clarification on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that you and I saw the same video. That's all I was saying. That's why I didn't send it. So when you showed the video, I'm like, well, you said you already saw it, so there's no need for me to send it because you had access to it.
No, I wasn't sure because when you said the actual video, I was like, is she gonna send me the one? Because there was another video I saw where Melody's, because you saw what she was wearing. I didn't want to put that up because.
No. Now, I respect you and what you're doing is way too much to do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you.
I wouldn't know when you said the actual video. I was like, wait, well, the actual video is something.
Well, okay, so no, because I sent that when you were showing the first video. So when I said actual, that's what so it was just timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just wanted to show everyone the foreshadowing before it actually went down.
Yeah, it was a mess. And I'm sure you've seen this as well. And if those that haven't, it's on the World Wide Web, the videos of Wanda live after.
On Facebook?
But of course, the videos are everywhere now. So Wanda went live a couple of times. And she was talking about how Mel needs to go find her father. And I think that's going to set something else off too. That's going to set, so basically Wanda calls herself trying to clarify. And she was like, I wasn't talking about them kids. I was saying Mel need to go find her father. She the one that she think her daddy is one person, it's something else. So here's what I was also thinking with this whole listening to Wanda and watching the show last night. When Wanda, and I'm gonna take us back a couple of episodes, when Wanda and Marcel were talking about, Marcel, we're talking about Marcel being in Atlanta in that hotel room. Mm-hmm. When Marcel said, yeah, I was there, Marcel was responding to, yes, I was there in Atlanta. Wanda ran back to Tisha and told Tisha that Marcel said was admitting to being there in the hotel room. But if you pay attention to the conversation, that's not what he was saying. He was saying that, yes, I was in Atlanta. So when he had the conversation with Tisha, he was trying to, and again, it's part of Marcel's issue because he doesn't use his words to clarify, and he does it on purpose. He doesn't use his words to clarify what he's really trying to say. Right. He leaves it very open-ended and for a mystery. But back to Wanda, it's that Alabama twang, it's that comprehension, it's the other side of the tracks, it's all of it. Wanda don't get it all the time, and she takes pieces and parts and puts it together and becomes a mess. That part. Okay, couple of things. So I took some notes. Okay. Why Tisha and Marcel are using this to play on their marriage. If you guys Google Schmoogle, a couple of years before the show actually started, Marcel filed for bankruptcy. And remember them talking about it on the first season where Martell helped him out financially and got some deals, Mm-hmm. So they're probably looking at this as a financial lifter up for them to help boost them out of that financial situation that they were in. Because if you pay attention, the first 2 seasons, they were in a townhouse. Then they're in this single family home. I want y'all to pay attention to every time they film at home, how the houses change and the detail. Even Melody and Martell in the first season, the houses change, the layouts change. So I think with Tisha and Marcel, they thought it was wise to do this for financial gain to get them out of, let's say, the red, for lack of better words, mm-hmm. and to help them get back on their feet. Stormi. So for whatever reason, Stormi has these Facebook commercials she keep doing that keep coming up on my line. And I hate Facebook to the most. I do. I'm a Instagram and TikTok girl, but Stormi keeps coming up Someone said in the comments earlier they want to see more of Stormi's business. I would love to see more of Stormi's business, but it piggybacks on this. When someone also said they steal from Huntsville, it's that old saying, you can take the girl out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the girl. At the end of the day, they enjoy this foolishness of fighting because that's what they're used to. It's, if you think about it, you can put them on TV, you can give them these great businesses, you can give them degrees, but it still doesn't change the root of who they are and where they come from. If Tisha come from the other side of the tracks, she know how to get down with the get down, and she still know how to turn around and use her book smarts to build a business, yada, yada, yada. Also, Martell in this testing. Did Martell take the test like 3 or 4 times before Melody came and took the test with him?
I mean, that was the word on the street, but the way he made it seem last night was like he took it one time and then he was like, why bother?
Yeah, no, you stopped taking it because probably around the 5th or 6th, 700th time you took it, Melody took it with you and she passed. And then it was a why bother. So yeah, but now you're divorced and now there's a need to bother. And remember,
he's gonna pass?
Say it again.
Do you think he will pass this time around?
Oh, Jesus. Honestly, respectfully, Martell, I'm sure you're listening. I don't think he's going to pass the first time around. I don't. And here's why. If they're still filming now, and this episode, last night's episode was filmed, what, a few months ago? When is he going to stop filming to focus on the test? When is he going to take that quiet time to focus on the test?
We don't really get a lot of scenes with Martell, though.
It wasn't enough for him to be focused on the test, though.
Oh,
it wasn't enough for him because he still has the wine business where they misspelled California on the bottle. I don't know if y'all peeped that on the internet the first time they put the promotion out. They spelled California wrong, but then they finally took it down and they fixed it. Then he has this book deal that I think if you go to Amazon, maybe 4 people bought the book and reviewed it. So yeah, he has to walk away for a little while to be focused. And honestly, I don't think he's going to pass it.
Okay. All right.
Tish and her mother, last thing. Tish and her mother are like Candy and her mom. Remember when Candy could not step up to her mom and it is Mama Joyce. It's that Southern thing. And I don't even think it's a Southern thing because I'm very respectful to my mother and I'm 45 years old. I just think it's a respect thing. But at some point, Tisha's going to either break down or step up. But I also think it piggyback on, she's not saying anything because she recognized this brings in the ratings, which brings in the money, and they need to do it for their family because it's a financial thing. I think she's looking at the big picture, and the big picture is the money. And unfortunately, all money ain't good money. You've said that before. Everyone knows it. It's an old saying. All money is not good money. If this money is going to break up your family, it's going to make these women that your husband is allegedly cheating with come out the woodworks, and that's going to break up your family. Walk away from the show. Like, y'all have these businesses now. Walk away from the show. Focus on the business. Because again, and Tisha and Marceau are just like Todd and Candy. Y'all to open up these restaurants. Y'all know nothing about restaurant building, and y'all need to walk away from these screens and these cameras and focus on the businesses you guys have started so they could be successful. Okay.
I do want to know if these businesses that Marceau has opened, are they successful? I mean, I really don't know.
He hasn't walked away from the camera. No, they're not going to. And I don't really think he even cared. He might want to open up something in Atlanta, but this is it. He wants to open up all these locations so he can have an excuse to go see his side pieces in these cities. That's just, I thought, my 2 cents. Self-care Sunday. Road to 1 million. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you to Danielle for calling in. We're going to take one last caller. I appreciate everyone calling in. If you tried and you weren't able to get in, look, Mercury's still in retrograde. Adrian's backstage. We're going to bring her up, but I do want to point out a couple things that you guys. Oh, Tessa says, but maybe Black are successful. I mean, I've heard that the businesses are. I mean, they're still open. I mean, is that a determination of success? We will talk about success when we talk about Love and Marriage DC at 2 p.m. Eastern. The link is now available on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, guys. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. We talked about the drama that went on before last night's episode on social media. Didn't like it. I don't know why grown folks are acting like this. I do feel like it is a scheme that Carlos King set up to get people interested in last night's episode, because last night's episode for me, now more that I talk about it and I'm like, it wasn't a great episode. I have to say, I'm leaning more towards a rating of a 4 out of 10. Just my thoughts. Satavia says, Tisha also should stop telling Mama Wanda everything. Wanda gets enough stuff off the internet. There's no need for Tisha to put a battery in her back. And I do feel as if Tisha, you see it in her face, especially this season, her reaction to her mom. She's just like, And she won't say, she didn't say anything at Jalen's housewarming. Charlene says he only needs to answer 26 questions, right? That's what she said, according to the tutor. I don't know. I hope Martell does pass because he needs to. But one of the things that stood out to me, and I'll say this again, from this whole fight that went on social media yesterday between Martell and allegedly Marcel and Melody and Mama Wanda and possibly Tisha, was the fact that Melody and Martell were together and rode off into the sunset together. Rode off into the sunset. Okay. I don't want them to get back together, y'all. Calm down. Calm down. All right. I'm going to bring Adrian up. What's going on, Adrian?
Hey, babe, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So what's up? First of all, y'all like my boo page, like his channel. So, so let me get into it. Yeah, I was putting it in the chat that Stormi, she doing everything except showing more of her business. Like, I want to know more of the backstory. How did her and her husband start this business? How did you scale to where you are now? She had put in on her IG that she's in Walmart now and all these other stores, CVS, Target, whatever. I want to talk more about that. Why are you and Melody not talking more about that? I mean, Melody, had that product launch, but I want to see more about that. She also had an IG role. She was speaking on a panel about people just staying with Black businesses while they're going through the growing pains. Like, I want her to talk more about that, or even more about her and her husband's relationship. Like, what y'all doing? How is it running a business with a toddler? You know what I'm saying? Like, give us more, Tisha can't set boundaries with Miss Wanda because she needs Wanda to fight her battles. So she ain't gonna set no boundaries. I agree with, I think it was Mocha. Let me tell you something. Miss Vanson up there trying to be all sanctified. She need to cuss Miss Wanda out in a holy way, because this is what's going to happen. And what people are saying before, people with Miss Wanda's age don't understand. You think you can get away with something just because you've reached a certain age, and you don't realize you're talking to adult. You're not dealing with children. I'm younger than you, but I am not a child. You are talking about grown 40-something-year-old people, and you're antagonizing them about their children. Supposedly, she was talking about questioning Sugar Mama's paternity. Why in the world would you say something like that? So if I was Martell, yeah, that would cause me to go off. For as much as we want to rein Martell in, if that's what was supposedly said, I would have charged that somebody too.
Oh.
And I don't understand why Tisha's not. I'm sorry, like, that's the kind, because what's gonna happen is somebody gonna mess around and put hands on Wanda for real, and then Tisha is gonna get upset because she's gonna want to defend her mom, and that's why I said Wanda doesn't realize, people are laughing at her, not with her. She's not even emotionally intelligent enough to realize all that ignorance is not funny. It's entertaining, and people may see for the ratings, but even now it's like, especially like I said, if this fight was supposedly about remember she talked about Mel's kids and they was jealous because Tisha's kids had good hair. Why are you always talking about these people's children? Why are you constantly talking about these people? This old bat needs to be rang in. Okay. I'm sorry. If it was me, I would have put pause on her. I would have. And I'm not an advocate for violence, but that's ridiculous. That's one too many times you didn't mention my innocent children coming out your old mouth. And you ought to know better at your big age.
Yeah. Damn. All right, Adrian. Anything else?
No, let me go, because you got to go and come back in for DC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, Adrian. Bye. I mean, look, I get it. Everyone's going to treat this situation differently. If I had a Mama Wanda in my life weighing in on my family and my kids, and you're not a blood relative either, I might be upset. I might be very angry. As a Taurus, we're very protective. But I can't get out of the back of my mind that they're all doing this for television. I feel like all of that hoopla that we saw yesterday was all for television, to get people excited in that week episode last night and the rest of the season. Because no matter how you feel, those ratings are, they're not that great. They're not that great. And for a new show like Love and Marriage DC to be in the same category of ratings as Huntsville, and Huntsville's been on for how many seasons? That's not necessarily good. This is a new show. It should be, maybe at 300,000, and Huntsville should be at 600, 700, a million, because they've hit a million before, but now everybody's outside. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't get that out of the back of my mind that I feel like this is all a scheme that Carlos King set up for the bonus. He's got to do what he's got to do. He's got this new franchise on OWN, and he's got his show. We didn't even talk about the nightcap. We had Tamar Braxton was on there last night. She confirmed issues with Nene Leakes. We didn't even talk about that. And honestly, I'm all right. Y'all already look. I'm not gonna go in. I'm gonna keep watching Nightcap with Carlos, but 2 p.m. Eastern, guys, we will be live again to recap Love and Marriage DC. I'm going to go watch it again. Thank you to everyone that called in, but I do want to say thank you, Monique, for the super chat. Monique says, we're giving production too much credit. Okay. This beef was brewing. Martell snitched on Marceau again last week, plus Wanda talking about the kids. Okay, Monique. All right. I'll believe it. I do think sometimes we do give production a little bit more credit for people's ignorance. I mean, it's true. So you might be right, Monique. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, Sanaza, you didn't know? Yeah, I mean, we got that tea last night. She dropped by. If you missed it, I mean, I've seen the reports. I didn't report on the Nene Leakes and the subliminal shade that Tamar posted on social media. As you know, they've been friends. I just never felt like the friendships between people like Nene Leakes and Wendy Williams or Nene Leakes and Tamar are ones of like, yeah, that's my, ride or die. No. And Magic says the nightcap is nothing more than a black version of Andy's show. And to be honest with you, I'm very critical of Andy's show. Even Andy's show, I feel, is a little bit better. Oh my God. Some days. I don't know, Carlos, but again, I'll say this before we go. The minute that you had this opportunity, Carlos, and I'm not saying me, but there are so many people that you could have put in that position and you could have produced it and still got your check. I just don't think people think like that. I think so many people with their egos are like, oh, y'all gonna give me my own show? Let me do it. And look, no one's saying anything's wrong with that. But if it's a one and done. Just saying. Ms. Brooks says true. They're ignorant all on their own. Yeah, I agree with Monique. We do give production a little too much credit because we know people in our lives that we see just out on the street that are just as ignorant at their grown age. Just say. I appreciate all of you being here for our Love and Marriage recap. We were live on multiple platforms. We appreciate all of you being here. But don't forget, here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel or on the Kempire on multiple platforms, we don't just talk about reality TV or recap reality TV. We talk about everything in pop culture, including recently we were talking about another Wendy Williams update. We were talking about Sherry Shepherd taking Nick Cannon's YouTube channel and then trying to make it seem like she had 176,000 subscribers. Be sure to check that out. And, the people are very upset about the Real Housewives of Dubai. The human rights organizations are coming out the woodwork. Be sure to check that out. And also, speaking of Andy Cohen, apparently Candy didn't like the fact that Andy Cohen asked Riley on Watch What Happens Live about her dad. A lot of people have mixed reactions to that. So be sure to check out everything that you may have missed over the last few days. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. To become a member, head on over to teamkempire.com or click the join button on your computer. And thank you to our moderators. Don't forget, we had over 1,000 people here. Our moderators are moderating and making sure that you are all feeling safe and heard in this live chat. So be sure to say thank you to our moderators. Thank you all for being here. I will see you guys later. Let's get out of here. I'll see you at 2 p.m., if not earlier. Let me go rewatch this episode. Thank you all for being here. Let's get out of here, y'all. Uh-oh. Come on now.